Jacob, I love you so much. But why? Everybody loves a good romance, but for some authors, they can be a little tricky. We love to read them, we love how they make us feel, but sometimes they're a little hard to craft. Either there's something missing with the characters, maybe it's not romantic enough, or maybe your story's starting to seem like an insta romance where it's like it falls a little short. Since I love writing stories that have a nice romance story woven within it, I did create a super simple test that I actually make myself do before I start writing a new story. So I'm going to go through the questions with you and see if your characters pass the test. To protect my own story, since I do love writing a good romance, I always make myself do my romance test, just to be sure the story or the romance seems legit before I start writing anything. Got your characters in your head? Let's do the test. To make things simple, and for the sake of pronouns, I'm just going to use character A and character B. That way I don't throw you depending on what type of story you're writing. So the first question of the test is actually about character A. So I want you to think about that first main character that's in your mind. And I want you to ask yourself, why does that character love character B? There's not really a right or wrong answer. It could be something simple like maybe they're attractive, maybe they have something in common, maybe they're funny, maybe they're smart, they're witty, they're brave. Whatever the situation is, that's fine. Whatever reason that you feel like your character A would love character B, I want you to write it down. At least 3 different ones, whatever it is. The second question of the test is the same thing, but for character B. So if you ask character B, why do you love character A? Why would that kind of character like character A? Same thing, write them down. Smart, funny, witty. They share some kindred hate of something else. Maybe they love something else. They have something in common, same hobbies. Maybe they've just gone through some things together and they've nurtured each other and really care and connect with each other. There's not technically a wrong answer here, but make sure you know what the answer is. And then 3, which is the most important part, I want you to stop and think and make a list of all these scenes in your book that would need to be in your book if they're not already there, and any scenes that are already kind of mapped out in your brain that show those characteristics to the other character. Don't sit there and say, oh, character A loves character B because they're so brave, but we haven't actually seen that. Maybe character A hasn't seen them being brave. Maybe they've been kind of a chicken butt the whole book. Maybe they haven't really seen anything. There has to be some events that lead up to make those people catch feelings. Just my 2 cents, my own opinion. So if I feel like character B likes character A because they're selfless, there should be at least one scene in your book showing that character being so selfless and the other characters witnessing that or experiencing that. Now, don't go completely out your way creating scenes only to show this. It's kind of a fine line. If your story is just a straight romance story, then I could kind of argue that it's okay to kind of add scenes just to create some more conflict and romance in the story. But be careful if the story or your romance is more of a subplot. You don't want to just throw scenes in there just for the sake of throwing scenes in. No scene in your book, not even one, should be there if it doesn't move along the story. But just make sure the scenes that you have in there are words said, there are things done, things seen that are actually showing why that other character would catch feelings with another. One example of this that comes to my mind is actually in the book that I'm currently reading. No spoilers, I'm still in the middle of it. Quite literally, actually, I'm loving it, and I'm definitely going to do a review on my channel once I'm done reading it because I love Ali Hazelwood. But in this book, Love on the Brain, one of the things I do like, and it's a perfect example of what I'm talking about, I could tell you so many things that the characters have in common, so many things they have experienced, quirks that they both like as far as movies and food and the way they think about the world, how they have fun. There's a lot of things that they just have in common. And as they're kind of forced together in this situation, for lack of a better way of putting it, without spoiling it for anyone who might want to read it, it's a beautiful example of that. Think about a lot of your favorite romances. Can you name reasons why you think your characters loved each other? Or was it an instant romance where they instantly see each other and, oh my God, I'm in love. Why are you in love with me? Because the author told me to be in love, even though it don't make a lick of sense. Please don't write that story. it should make sense to you. And I am all about writing because you love it, but make sure it makes sense. We don't do instant romance. If someone loves somebody, we want to see the receipts. I want to see why you love them. If you did this test and asked yourself those 3 little steps, those 3 little questions, hopefully by now you're looking at your characters and going, great, I can see that. I know exactly why my characters love each other. I know exactly what scenes really create and cultivate that relationship. My story's solid. Excellent. Good job. Or maybe you're thinking, okay, I need to work on that a little bit. I need to polish it up. That's fine too. That is the beauty of writing. When we're creating a whole world and a whole story, we take time to create it and grow it and fix it. So I hope this helped. This has definitely been a trick I've done for years that to me really helps me with my writing process. So definitely give it a shot. I challenge you to definitely let me know in the comments how it worked for you. If you felt like your characters definitely have this beautiful love story and what the themes or things about your characters that make them love each other. I definitely would love to hear about everyone's work in progresses. Drop me a line in the comments, and thanks so much for watching. Bye.